Have you ever had one of those what if moments while playing your favorite video game? Like, what if I could jump 10 times higher, or what if I had a million bullets? Well, I tried it in my game and it blew up. Not only that, it was also featured on SkillUp's YouTube channel.
The results from game dev Twitter were spectacular. Indie game Tossdown is about a delivery boy with the worst luck. Here's him outrunning 1,000 rockets on one of his delivery routes. Certainly hope he's getting 5 stars after this.
Which is something I never could have imagined. So let me show you how a single tweet led to me properly building a video game and releasing a demo. It all started when I woke up, picked up my phone to scroll Twitter like every normal human does, and I stumbled upon a tweet about multiplying a random number in your game. I was curious, so I hopped out of my bed to try it out. Staring at my game editor, trying to figure out what I could multiply, I tried a bunch of random things like multiplying the speed or enemies in the game, but that didn't just seem fun. So I decided to multiply the number of obstacles in the game to 1000. Okay, that didn't work, so I decided to reduce that number to something closer. It looked fun and I decided to post the clip on Twitter. It was absolute chaos and people loved it. The post started getting a ton of traction, reaching up to 12,000 likes and 900,000 views in total. This led to a lot of people asking if they could try the game out, and I was sitting here thinking, play what? This broken mess? So I decided to actually turn this into a real playable demo. Watch closely to see how I transformed my game from something held together by duct tape and dreams into a fully playable experience. First, I performed an audit on the game. That's when it really hit me. Not only was the game unplayable, I couldn't even create a build. It was nowhere near ready to be shipped out for anyone to try. I had to go back to the drawing board and come up with a solid plan. After some brainstorming, I identified 4 major areas I needed to address to create a playable demo. Let's break this down one by one. First up, the menu. Every game needs a menu, right? It's the first thing players see, so it had to be intuitive and appealing, but here's the catch. I was on a tight schedule, so simplicity was very important for this to be able to work. I started by sketching out a clean, straightforward layout. Nothing fancy, just the essentials. Play, settings, and exit buttons. Oh, and I couldn't forget the Tossdown logo at the top, just to add that polish. Now, I know what you're thinking. A menu? That's it? But trust me, a good menu sets the tone for the entire game. It's like the cover of a book. You want to invite players in, not scare them away. With the menu sorted, it was time to tackle the next challenge on my list. Now, this is where things get interesting. You see, without a proper game loop, my game would have been like a Jackson Pollock painting. Random splashes of events with no real structure. Fun to look at maybe, but not exactly playable. So, I broke it down into 3 main states: the start, play, and end. Simple, right? The start state is like an announcer at a race. It gets players pumped up and ready to go, and also shows them the objectives of the game. Then we smoothly transition into the play state. This is where the magic happens. Players are running, jumping, dodging obstacles, and snagging power-ups left and right, all while the game gradually cranks up the challenge. It's like being on a treadmill that keeps getting faster but way more fun. Finally, we have the end state. This kicks in when the player's health hits 0, but instead of just leaving players hanging, the results screen will be displayed, something like a highlight reel for their run. This whole flow makes the game feel like one cohesive experience. It's not just a bunch of random stuff happening, it's a journey. But here's the thing, even the best structured game loop won't save you if your game has more bugs than an ant farm. And this is what led to my next big challenge. You know, when you live alone, you might let a few dishes pile up in the sink. Well, I had been playing this game solo for so long that I had let a few bugs pile up in the code. There was one bug I'd noticed about 7 months ago. Yeah, 7 months. And you know what? It only took an hour to fix. I kept putting it off thinking, I'll get back to it later. If I wasn't working on this demo, who knows how long it would have stuck around. Anyway, fixing these bugs was like cleaning your room. Suddenly, everything felt better. But it also shone a spotlight on the final area that needed to be addressed. Remember those 1000 obstacles I spawned? Turns out that would melt most CPUs faster than an ice cream cone in the Sahara. My original setup for spawning obstacles was terribly optimized. Luckily, my game engine came with some nifty profiling tools. After some digging, I implemented something called object pooling. What this means is that instead of constantly creating and destroying obstacles, I create a pool of pre-made obstacles that could be reused by simply turning them on and off. The result is sweet FPS boost. That's like going from a slideshow to a smooth action movie. I'm sure there are other ways to handle this many obstacles, so if you've got some brilliant ideas, feel free to drop them in the comments below. After all that blood, sweat and tons of coffee, the game is finally ready to see the light. You can find it right now on itch.io by just following the link in the description. But hey, this is just the beginning of our journey together. If you want to be part of the game's evolution, you can join our Discord server. It's a super chill place where you can share your feedback, get sneak peeks at upcoming features, and maybe even influence the game's future. Who knows? Your brilliant idea just might make it into the next update. And speaking of ideas, you can drop them in the comments below. Do you want more explosions, a hat-wearing mode for the obstacles, a secret cheese wedge obstacle? Let me know. Your wildest suggestions might be really valuable. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and hey, why not subscribe while you're at it so you can stay updated on the crazy development stories I have coming. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.